We are all familiar with the Idaho Youth Ranch thrift stores, but did you know those stores fund crucial life-saving services for Idaho's youth? I spoke with Jeff Myers of the Idaho Youth Ranch so we can all look a little further beyond the thrift. Jeff, it is so good to see you, and I cannot wait to talk about the Idaho Youth Ranch. And when you say Idaho Youth Ranch, I think most people think about the thrift stores, but tell us the full picture of the services that the Idaho Youth Ranch provides, and let's go beyond the thrift.
We have the most amazing stores, but it is so much more than that. The Idaho Youth Ranch provides counseling services and therapy to kids all over the state, both in person as well as remotely through video through our telemental health services. We also provide outpatient care to Idaho's youth through equine-assisted psychotherapy, both in the Treasure Valley and North Idaho. And in Boise, a lot of people don't know, but we also operate the only 24/7 shelter for runaway and homeless youth.
Wow, and why are the services that you provide so crucial here in Idaho?
Idaho's kids are hurting right now. And, we don't like to talk about that, I think, because we're so proud of our state. We live in a wonderful area. But we're also one of the leading states in negative issues facing our youth, including things like abuse, neglect, and household dysfunction. And according to a recent study of high school students in Idaho, 1 in 10 attempted suicide in the last 12 months. 1 in 5 considered suicide. The next time you see a group of kids on the corner and there's 5 or more students, 1 in 5 of those considered suicide. And 4 in 10 felt so depressed they stopped their usual activities for 2 or more weeks. Our kids are hurting, and this study was actually pre-pandemic. And so while things were exacerbated by the pandemic, before it ever happened, these kids were already hurting.
Oh my goodness, Jeff, that is certainly a wake-up call. And I understand too, to get the services that they need, sometimes these youth need to be sent out of state.
For most kids, they can get the help they need through the short-term residential or through the outpatient therapy that Idaho Youth Ranch and others provide. But unfortunately, for about 120 kids, just those on Medicaid alone, it's not enough for them, and they need long-term residential. And the answer is, there isn't an answer in Idaho. And so those kids are being sent as far away as Florida and Georgia to get the help that they need. And unfortunately, we also know that the long-term success for those kids goes down when you can't involve the families in the treatment, when you create that additional separation, when you don't have therapist continuity. You just don't get the long-term success that we really owe these kids, and we need to bring them back home to Idaho to get the help they need.
And Jeff, you're so right. It is time to bring Idaho's kids home. So tell us about the groundbreaking of your new building.
We are so excited to break ground on the Idaho Youth Ranch Residential Center for Healing and Resilience. It's time to bring those kids home. And in the fall or winter of 22, we'll be opening the new facility and welcoming Idaho's kids back home.
And Jeff, how can people support the Idaho Youth Ranch?
Youthranch.org, and you can give a one-time gift, or even better, sign up for monthly giving. You can give $10 a month or $100. Every dollar makes a difference, and together we can bring Idaho's kids home and give them the healing and hope they need.